Okay, so yeah, it should be live hopefully. So yeah, sorry about the microphone quality. I can't really tell too much of a difference myself, but I'm using a backup microphone because I left my other one somewhere, as I mentioned in the One Piece stream that I did recently. But yeah, this will probably be the only upload this week outside of like maybe a Fire Emblem stream from a few weeks ago, because I've been a bit busy, and then I left my headset behind, but or my main headset behind. But yeah, I thought I would show off another tournament set. The tournament sets that I played, like I mentioned that there was like a stream with tournament sets that was played and like recorded and everything. Those are on the YouTube channel of the tournament. It's just the quality of the recording itself isn't the greatest. Like some of them have audio issues, and then a lot of them have like a bunch of dropped frames and everything. So I didn't really want to show that on stream. I think this stream will probably have a few dropped frames, fortunately, because yeah, it's kind of just a quick little thing. But I thought I would go over this set because yeah, I only recorded one game of this set by accident. I meant to record both, but I forgot to record the first one. It was a 2-0 set in my favor, and I went Ice Climbers both games against the Pyra Mithra player, which I was pretty nervous about, because this was the first time that I played Ice Climbers in Bracket, their new secondary that I picked up like this week actually, and I've been just in the lab practicing tech. Like I think I had like 20 hours of tech practice this week with these characters. For this tournament and stuff, just to try to get caught up. So the next tournament is in 2 weeks, so that should give me a lot more time to practice even more tech and then hopefully have some better results. I think I got third overall. Another thing, there was only like a couple of people there. It's just a small local tournament, and most of the people there who usually do pretty well in the tournament didn't happen to be there in that one. So yeah, I'm hoping they're there next time and I can try out Ices some more, and also some Mega Man stuff. I did play a few games as Mega Man there, the tournament, but I tried to stick with Ices a bit just to see like what they're currently at like 1 week, because it's pretty much like no time of me practicing the character at all. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this set. So this was played on my Switch, so I was able to save it, but as I mentioned, I didn't save the first game, I just saved this one. So yeah, I do know a few desyncs. Let me know if this is too loud or anything with the characters. But my main issue with desyncing, like I got one there, not only against Mithra specifically because of Foresight, but also Mithra because if you like swing your sword around, yeah, I'm just gonna pause here for a second because a lot happened there. If you're playing a character with a bunch of projectiles, or a character who's just throwing out moves, especially disjointed moves with a giant sword, the desyncs are pretty much just worthless because they'll just get beat out because Malice don't really goes too far. Which is why most of the time when I desync, I just throw out a bunch of side specials just to see stuff hit. So I'm getting frame rate drops, but it's paused anyway. So yeah, like most of the time I'll just throw out side specials so that way I at least get in some damage, but with Mithra obviously you have the risk of Foresight ending up just dodging the move and only taking a little bit and being able to get a much larger punish than you already would be able to risking a desync. And then I was able to actually just get a pretty early edge guard because Pyramithra's recovery is quite bad. In my opinion, I consider recoveries that are edge guarded pretty easily to be pretty bad. One thing I want to learn this week, for sure, like the main thing that I'm gunning for with this character is to learn the Nana Ledge Trump. That's probably going to be like the thing that I spend the most time in the lab with, because I feel like even like without these things, just having that is going to be a huge game changer because people won't be able to rep the ledge against me, and then I can use that for all sorts of ledge traps, and then maybe even start getting some desyncs at ledge. I need to get more consistent with doing something like landing neutral layer into Nana doing down special and then starting that desync off, because I feel like if I get in a few ledge trumps, I can condition the ledge trapping, and then if I get a few ledge trappings, I can condition the ledge trump, so I feel like it'll be a pretty good thing either way. So yeah, well, didn't mean to take a screenshot there, but whatever. Just going to unpause. Whoa. Oh, I know why this is lagging. Sorry about that. Let me actually hide video preview. That should be a bit smoother now. Yeah, my bad about that. So yeah, the Mithra is just mashing buttons, which is kind of what I was afraid of, but I had already won the first game, so I was feeling pretty confident in the ICs. I had strongly considered going Mega Man against these characters, against Fire Mithra just because of the matchup, but I am glad that this worked out in Game 1, and then Game 2, obviously I got that really early edge guard, so I was feeling pretty confident. So yeah, I noticed that they jump like a lot, so I just tried to take advantage of that with up airs, because obviously you have like up tilt, up air. I don't know why I did that up B. That was just a pretty bad one. Up tilts and up airs are really good anti-airs, and then especially with ICs, they're gonna either kill like that, or they're just gonna get a ton of damage, because these characters' damage output is actually not okay in a lot of situations. But yeah, I was able to save there, so I had to get Sopo out there. My Sopo game 1 actually took a stock, but this game... Well, no, I don't think I actually took a stock this one. I think I won this one with 2 stocks. I did do pretty good with Sopo. Just off of realizing how they jumped and everything out of neutral, I was able to get some pretty decent damage, I would say. That's all you can really ask for with Popo, is just to get like a solid % lead. Which I already had a stock lead, so... Yeah, Roland was able to get the forward smash and finish it off, so... A pretty short game, obviously, compared to the villager set that I analyzed last time. But yeah, overall, I think that was just pretty solid play in general. Like, I don't think there was anything with Ice Climber specifically I did towards the end there that I wouldn't have done with, like, Mega Man or another character, and it would have worked in that situation. But overall, I think, like, the first 2 stocks were a pretty good example of some of the stuff that I've been practicing. Like, I was able to get down through a desync. But yeah, as I mentioned, this is just going to be pretty short and everything, just because this microphone quality isn't that great, so I didn't want to do anything too long. But I think next weekend, I'm probably going to analyze all of the sets from the 3 tournaments that I've been to so far, that were on the stream, even with the video quality and everything, and just kind of talk over them, and try to guess what happened, and maybe explain what happened during some of the video issues and everything. And I'll be able to go over those a lot more in depth than with these replays, because I can actually rewind, which is something that's pretty nice. Like, the one thing I don't really like about the replay system is that there's no rewind. It's only pause and then you can talk about it, or just let the video keep playing. And it's just pausing a bunch. I don't really like. I'd like to like rewind and watch in slow motion and everything. And I feel like yeah, having the YouTube replay is going to be a lot better than that, or than this. But I was at least able to get replay data for most of the games that I play on my Switch. So yeah, I also have a few games from other people playing. Like, I know this was a friendly against Pikachu players that I play a lot there. And then these 2 games were one of my friends was playing someone on my Switch, and I just happened to save the replays of that. So yeah, with that, gonna be ending things here for now. Next weekend, I promise I'll be trying to stream more, and I'll bring everything. I think it was last weekend I left my dock behind, so I wasn't able to record anything. Or no, that was a weekend before I left my dock behind, because I was able to get into One Piece. I guess I was just busy last weekend or something. But this weekend, I do plan on trying to get a bunch more stuff recorded and everything. So yeah, guess I'll see everyone in the next one.